ahead and stand. Hey, Jerry, if you don't mind, would you open us up with some word of prayer, please, and then we'll do the pledge of allegiance.
Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for a beautiful day, your West Carolina, Lord. We pray, Lord, it should be in this time of meeting for the town of Belle, Lord, that you would guide. In that, Lord, that the things will be done in accordance with what the town needs, Lord. And bless the Lord, that the town might see growth, Lord. Just be this meeting before we ask you, Lord, your name, and amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Fletcher. Here. Councilwoman Vickers. Here. Councilman Siner.
Here.
Councilman Woody. Here. Councilman Dowdy.
Here.
Mayor Fletcher.
Here.
Reporter Siner and Attorney Keenan is here. Step down for a second. We do have a quorum.
All right. Got the approval of the minutes from February the 18th.
Well, I actually was reading them, I said, how many mistakes did you catch?
It wasn't much.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the minutes from February 18th.
Okay, got a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second, who's that, Melanie? Okay, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign, so ordered. All right, next thing is receiving the February 2025 financial statement.
All right, you'll see that we have income for the month of February of $48,851.24. Expenditures for the month of $55,318.33, for a shortage for the month of $6,467.09. If you have any questions, I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary. There's nothing paid that is not just a monthly payment. We did have B&O come in from Boyd. So you'll see there'll be a second half B&O there that came through. Other than that, it's pretty step forward. It does put us at still a surplus for the year of $69,043.52. I will say, if you look at the very last page, it talks about delinquency reports. There are quite a few names on there. I will tell you that every name on the first page, all but three names on the second page, and every name on the last page all have liens on. So we did receive a payment to pay one in full, so we got to remove a lien that was placed. But in general, the ordinances that council passed, that we've had 3 or 4 people pay, to get the liens removed.
All righty. Do we have a motion to accept the financial reports as presented? Motion by Michael Woody. We have a second?
Second.
Second by Mark. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed, like sign, so ordered. Old business, I'm just gonna say the update on town mural. And, really gotta thank some people and, and Blake Wheeler's done a great job. We did talk to him there on Sunday. He still has to put the clear coat on it. And, so we have to do that next, huh? Oh, he is? Oh, okay. And I wasn't sure when he was coming, but, so he's gonna do that. And then, I already talked to Adam and the street guys, and they're gonna be looking at painting those sides and everything else to getting that done.
Hey, Dave, we were kind of throwing it around in council, and we never even thought about the fire department being on there,
Yeah.
or maybe the bank.
Yeah.
Wonder how much you would charge us to do those
like one on each end, and then paint just the little bit that would be left. I didn't realize there was gonna be that much left on
Yeah,
each side,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, we was talking about, fire department, we talked about the bank, we talked about, the funeral home.
Yeah,
You know, just the businesses that's been here for years, and, it'd probably be good to look at it, but, you know, we'll see.
We can still put that on top of the paint if we paint. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but we can go back and check, and, you know, even if we paint that, then go back and do it, you know, later on, we can see,
I
but.
thought that would be kinda nice if,
I'll,
you know.
I'll check, I even thought, you know, even the grade school, you
Yeah.
know, I thought all four of those places would be good.
And that would probably fill
To
it in
get
pretty
those.
good on both sides.
Yeah, yeah, so we'll check, and then, but we'll see what we can do there.
Yeah, he done a great job.
Oh, he
He
did.
did.
Fabulous job, so, but, yeah, a lot of people's commented, I think there's a lot of people like the one guy from Cedar Grove that's up there, he said, he'd love for him to come up Cedar Grove and do that one underpass by the fire department up there, so.
South Charleston's been sharing it too, they want something done down there now with him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna, you know, probably get him some more business, and then I'm gonna bring up, you know, I'll go ahead and do this one, but, I put on, the new business under 6E, possible grant funding for painting the Kim Moore's underpass. That picture right there, Kim Moore's pretty much puts that picture out, that theirs is a little larger, print, because it don't have all the Chesapeake side on there, Martinet area down to the end, but, I thought about when you come out of the underpass, that'd be pretty neat just to be all the way down that wall. And then on the other side, make it the highway and the mountains and everything. I attended the Upper Kanawha Valley Steering Committee this week. They've got some funding coming out soon, and, so I told them that I had a project that, we might like to do, if you all think we wanna pursue that.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure and
Yeah.
pleasure for everybody. Miss Blue, you like that?
Yeah.
And everybody here okay?
Would we have Blake do that, or would we reach out to
No, Blake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Keep you busy. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, that'd be a great deal for that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And, Kim Orr's, I was here with them this past week for their cat meeting, and they actually, you know, had said maybe they could paint it or something. And I said, well, won't you maybe think about just putting some money into a plan to maybe put that picture, because even on the cat meeting, that picture was on their, slides and everything. And so they're, I think, agreeable to maybe even look at doing that and helping us out with that. But I think we could also get this money from the UKV steering committee. And this is all based on the recreation stuff going on and everything else. You know, there's people from Charleston all the way to Smithers today, or a couple days ago when that call. So I think it could be a good thing, and maybe get it all done. You know, kind of brighten it up even a little bit more, you know, when you come out of the underpass. And, yeah, somebody said, well, do you all own the underpass? I said, no, it belongs to DOT. And, I said, but now on the side, when you go underneath the railroad trestle, I said, you're back in Belle again. But when you come out of the underpass, you're in the unincorporated area. So I said, I guess we own part, you know, or have part in our jurisdiction. So, yeah, because the police always say it's, if the car comes out of the underpass, the county's got it. If it's underneath the underpass, Belle's got it. That's always been kind of a fun thing to talk about over the years. But anyway, that's good, and, so we'll see about that. So if everybody's in agreement, I think everybody is, we'll see what we can do there, so. Next thing we'll go to is new business, ratified youth soccer request. John, I think you've got that.
Yeah, I was told that someone would be here.
Yep, I'm here for Thistle Allard. My name's Taylor Adkins. I'm a board member for the Youth Soccer League. And we wanted to know if we could use the room for our pictures on April 27th. We've used it in the past from 1 to 6.
April
27th, it's a Sunday,
27th.
from 1 to 6. to do like our team photos.
Is that a Saturday or
I
Sunday?
think it's a Sunday.
Sunday? Okay.
Yeah, we were pretty limited with the days that we could do from the photographer. He's pretty booked up.
And what was your name again?
Taylor Adkins.
Taylor Atkins?
Yes.
Okay. I'll run that by Lynn tomorrow.
Okay.
And, we'll give you a call. And, usually, and I know we've done that in the past, we've done that, we've let them have it for free. Is that still agreeable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think there'll be a problem,
Okay.
but, you know, we'll check the calendar and all that. and get
Okay.
with you.
Thank you. I
Okay?
appreciate it.
So we'll call you and let you know from there. Hey, at least she didn't ask for money. Not yet, she might be back.
That's not me. I won't do that. That'll be somebody else.
Alrighty, next thing we got is bids for new computers and the move of the emails and everything to Outlook. And we had a couple bids. We had Advantage Technology, and we also had ASP. And the ASP grant actually appears to be more reasonable in our line and everything. But we've also got in this thing to purchase 4 new computers. And with the computers and everything, and then with the purchase of the I'm moving everybody to Microsoft Outlook. I gotta get my stuff together here. Microsoft Outlook and changing that, and then doing the business standard plan, and then from there, moving everybody over, and then with the domain and everything, and then the work set up on the computers and everything else. From there, we're looking at pretty much from both of them about $100 a piece to do that, to change them over and everything else. But the thing is, with Advantage Technology, they actually want monthly charge of $145 and $469 to move everybody over. And actually with ASP, they're looking at 6 at $15, so it'd be $90 a month. And also the $100 per account to change over. And so actually right now, ASP is about, you know, probably $200 or $300 cheaper. ASP is the company that we're using right now, today, for all of our managed services on IT services and all that. And so our recommendation right now is to go ahead and just have ASP deliver the 4 new PCs. That'd be 2 in the office, 1 to John, 1 to me, and then we've got 2 more that will need to be replaced sooner or later. Everybody's got Microsoft 10 on them right now. 10 is actually running out their maintenance and everything on 10 in October. So figured we'd do 4 now and then do the other 2 after the first of the year with our new budget and everything. So if that's agreeable, I need somebody to make a motion that we do the managed services and 4 new Dell Optiplex PCs from ASP.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, got a motion by Melody. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, second by Nicole. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, like sign? Alrighty, so we'll do that. The next thing on the agenda there is new logos. And I've passed those out to, I think, a couple of you. Didn't have enough copies for everybody. But kinda, I don't know what you all think, but I kinda like these 2. I don't know that I like these wings on there or anything, but at least those logos. And so, you know, I threw that out and had a guy that is in the shrine with me that does graphic artist things, and he put that together for us. And you know, wanted me to get back with him if we did decide to do anything, whether or not we change logos on, letterhead, you know, logos around the, logos around on any kind of, anything we would do, printed or anything like that, so. I just wanted to show all that to you all and see what you thought, or see what maybe your opinions would be.
What's this here got to do with?
That's teardrop, that's just two that he did, I don't like.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like the teardrop, and everybody else I showed it to didn't like the teardrop.
Almost like a Google map.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Yeah. Yeah. He did a couple sets of the teardrops, I think one in the gold, one in the blue. It doesn't look great, but, what do you all think? Do we want a logo? I mean, we've never had one,
I don't think we should.
and,
I think we should. I like this one here.
I like the Belle, yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna try to really make the town look a lot nicer and everything, that would be.
Hand it around, hand a couple of them, let everybody look at it. Yeah. Ray, pass those around there if you will.
Yeah, I like this one.
Thank you.
Bottom rib.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe to do that,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, that's kind of what this is about.
Yeah.
Without
Yeah.
other than the since 1958. It's got a date on it here, it don't have a date there. Everybody look at those and just let somebody know if you like it or whatever. And, don't have to be decided tonight, but, see what you all think, and then everybody just come back and let us know and all that. Okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll put it out on the Facebook pages and everything, get it out there. Just say, hey, give us a poll or something, So we'll do those two and, stick it out on, the residents of Belle, the town of Belle, see what everybody thinks, and, go from there. You can post them now if you want to. Call, take pictures and post it. And, say everybody send us a poll, which one do you like? And then we can talk about it again next month and go from there. All righty? Everybody good? Okay. All righty, the next thing is, we've got a new appointment to be made. It's James David Sizemore. We've got an opening right now in the Belle Police Department Civil Service Board, and recommending that we appoint James David Sizemore, lives right down the street here on 11th Street, to the Police Civil Service Department Service Board. So, what's the pleasure? Can I make a motion?
Is he in training currently, or is he?
No, it's just civil service.
Oh, civil service?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, it's
okay,
not,
I'm sorry.
not police
I apologize.
department. I'll bring that up in a minute.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to
Good,
accept
okay.
Mr. Sizemore.
All right. It'll be him, we've got, Jim Cook on there now, or not Jim,
Jason.
Chase, no,
Jason.
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 Yeah, Jason Cook, and, Sean Patrick are the members on there now. But, okay, you make a motion? Okay, Mark made a motion, we have a second? Second, Michael?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign, so ordered. E, we've done. F, just another thing that, had on here, the hydrology study. Yeah, there's a spelling, it works. And, but hydrology study and possible drain issues at the Kimores underpass, I do have a state House of Delegates member that's, working with me on that. Trying to see whether or not, anybody can tell me whether or not the, pipes are full of dirt and everything else, or, is there any way we could change the pipes and everything so that we try to stay away from the, possible water in the underpass? That's what we're looking at, and, so we've got a DOT person's phone number. She has actually talked to him. I've tried to call the guy twice and he's not answered the last 2 days, so we're gonna try to, at least get the state to do that study and to see whether or not, we can, get something done on that and maybe try to get away from the flooding and everything in the underpass down there.
I know they did that at Malden. What work they do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't know that they even did anything.
Yeah, they did several
They
years
still
ago.
have some too down there.
Yeah, but it's not like this one.
No.
It's not bad. I know they done, I know there was work that was done. I just thought, because I know the guy that was actually over it. He's retired since then, but I don't know. What
I can ask the guy that, cause he's Division I, so he would probably know. Alrighty, next thing then is the, John, 25-26 town budget, actions needed, so everybody got that in your packet.
Yep, so if, the first page is actually the levy. We're really not gonna vote on the levy today, that'll be the next month's meeting. We went with the standard, whatever we've always used in the past on the levy, which is 12.5. But anyway, our net amount collected for ad valorem is $296,167, $296,167, which is about $5,000 more than we collected last year. So it's pretty much even with what our ad valorem has been year over year. If you take a look at the budget itself, so you're gonna see, basically a breakdown of the budget. So this is what actually gets turned into the state auditor's office, which is a breakdown. On the very top is your revenue recap. So this is the budget for the revenue. So if you take a look at the first one, it tells you account numbers 280 to 299. So if you jump over to your revenue piece, it talks about every account that we have in our revenue. Beginning balance is carrying over, we're saying $1.2 million. Your taxes, which is account numbers 301 to 319, with ad valorem taxes, your wine and liquor tax, your B&O, your gas and oil, all of that combined, it's $565,667. Your fines and forfeitures, which is account numbers 320 to 324, is a budget of $25,000. Your license and permits, which is account numbers 325 to 334, that's going to include inspections, IRP funds, so interstate registration plan funds. That's going to be $18,500. Charges for services, which is account numbers 335 to 364. That's going to include municipal fees, collection of delinquent taxes, $175,000. Intergovernmental, account numbers 365 to 377. It's mostly just our contributions from Comores. And it also includes any type of gaming income that we get from the state. That's going to be budgeted at $85,000. And then your miscellaneous, which is account numbers 378 to 399, $29,400, which is just miscellaneous income, video lottery, filing fees for, the election that we are actually now budgeting for the next year. So that's gonna give you your grand total of, budgeted revenues of $2,098,567. Take a look at our expenses that we budgeted, that the finance committee budgeted. We'll go the same route, general government expenses, and if you take a look at your budget, it's broken down by section. So your first 2 pages is total general government. $655,543, and that's gonna count everything inside this building, the attorney fees, auditor fees, contributions that you guys make, custodial fees, city hall, contingencies, which can be no more than 10% of the total budget. So that total is $655,543. Your next set, which is public safety, that's gonna be your police department, fire department contributions, fire hydrants, $219,700. Your next section is streets and transportation, which includes streets and highways and street lights, $210,000. Your next group is health and sanitation expenditures, which includes the garbage, landfill incinerator, recycling center. I will tell you that landfill went up more than double based off of what Kanawha County is telling us as far as the fee for solid waste coming up in, I think, October. And total health is $195,000. Next is your culture and recreation expenditures. That's your parks and recs, fair associations and festivals, $52,607. Social services is next, which is beautification, senior citizens, bingo, it's $11,700. And then capital projects, which is just general government, public safety, streets and transportation, for a total of $754,017, for expenditures total of $2,098,567, which balances the budget. I will tell you that we did include in that budget, several years ago, we voted to change insurance for our employees to 75-25, so town covers 75%. Employee covers 25. PEA is going up in July, 16%. So we budgeted to actually take that percentage back to 80-20, so the town pay 80%, the employee pay 20, so trying to ease that burden a little bit if possible. That's built into that budget as well. We have any questions around the budget itself? I went by category, but you do have a breakdown of every single item, every account number, and what was budgeted in both expenditures and income for each item. So if you have any questions, I'll tell you what we do is we take a look at where we're at this year through the first 6 months. We multiply that by 2. That's the best practice that is given to us by the state auditor's office. We underestimate our income, overestimate our expenditures. But anyway, that's kind of what we do in the finance committee before we bring it to you guys. So.
Anybody have any questions? Not hearing any, we'll, with the presentation and everything, we'll ask that someone needs to make a motion to approve that budget, the general fund budget and the coal tax budget. And then we'll.
And I will say, I apologize, I didn't talk about it, it's on here. The coal tax budget, or the coal severance tax budget, We're carrying over a beginning balance of $10,000. Coal severance tax, we're projecting $3,000 to come in for a revenue budget of $13,000. And $10,000 of that will go to culture and recreation. $3,000 will go to social services, something we do every year. So many places we can actually use that money, and we always use that for the town fair as well, so, sorry, David, I didn't say that.
That's no problem. I knew you did. That's why I just said we're gonna do both. So somebody wanna make a motion that we approve, the budget, general fund, $2,098,567. And also included with that would be coal tax revenue, revenues and expenditures of $13,000.
So moved.
So moved by Melanie, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Jacob. Any other questions or anything? If not, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed, like sign? So ordered. And then, as John said, the third week in April, we do have to come back and approve the levy rates. Then we'll do that in April. So, all righty. Approval of invoices, anything? Nothing? Okay. Personnel issues, nothing right now. I'm going to, we've got executive session scheduled with some personnel issues. Items from the mayor, I don't have anything else that I'm aware of right now. Town attorney, anything ready? Items from council, Nicole?
Just a few things. This coming Friday night, we have the Dixie Highway Band here at City Hall. Then after that will be, April bingo. Oh, here, I'll change the list to this. April the 5th, will be last bingo. And then we'll do Easter egg hunt on April the 12th, 2 p.m. Yeah, up at the Void.
What's the April, bingo, what date
The
is that?
5th,
5th. And what day is Easter?
12th,
At 2 p.m. you said?
yes.
What kind of bingo?
6.
Last one.
I know Melanie, since she won't be able to be at this bingo. So.
You're gonna be there,
Yeah, me and Jacob.
you and Jacob? Yeah. I'll be there.
Otherwise, won't be there with work.
You're not gonna be there? Melanie's not there. You gonna be around?
Checking.
What? Okay, we'll have.
5th.
All righty. Anything else, Nicole?
That's it.
That's it, Melanie?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
First, I'd like to apologize to the town of Belle residents for council not being quite as completely transparent as what they think we should be. There's a couple of us here that was here, this is our second term. When we came into this position in our first term, we had very, very little money to be able to do anything for the town of Belle or for the citizens. So what we did we didn't tell the town of Belle people, you know what, we can't have bingo tonight because we don't have any money. No, we can't do this because we don't have any money. But instead, council, with the positive attitudes that they have and the hardworking people they are, we got together, we wrote grants, we got donations from the council and stuff from county commission, and we put it all together, and we worked very hard. There's a lot of things that we don't tell the town of Belle people because we can't. And then there's some things that we don't tell them because, why should we say, we can't? Because we're going to do it one way or the other, okay? We're gonna have activities for the children, the adults, the older people. Why? Because we wanna see our town grow, and we wanna see people come out and participate and do things. Council stepped up to the plate, and a lot of people don't know this, but I'm proud of our council because there's people on this council that have actually taken vacation days from their work and not being paid to come out and help with these activities because we don't have enough volunteers. Now, granted, we love the volunteers we have, we'd like to have more volunteers. Also, You know, it was brought up that, hey, you guys get paid, whether it be $1 or $100. You know what, we do get paid. We get paid $100 a month, and after the taxes are taken out, I get a whole $72.35 a month. Do I do this job for the money? I don't think so. I don't think anybody on here does it. We do it because we enjoy working, making our town better. It's where we live, and it's something that we really enjoy doing, okay? Sometimes we have to make decisions that everybody doesn't agree with, but they're tough on us too. You know, it's tough to say, hey, we need to raise this, or we need to do away with this, because that makes us look like that maybe we're just not doing as good a job as we could. Council has done more activities in the last 10 years, not counting these last 2 terms, than any administration has done for the town of Belle. We have bingo, we have parades, we have festivals. You know, the festivals have been phenomenal. I mean, we've had some of the best, you know, that we've had in a long time. But it's because we're all working together, and we're all wanting to see everything, you know, better for the town. You know, we don't have enough money right now because we're struggling some too. We're a small town, we have very few businesses. We don't have money for a full-time recreation director, you know? Hey, I wish we did. Nicole and I are over the activities and the planning and everything. Do you not think that we would like to have a full-time recreation director that could plan all this stuff, and we could just put our thoughts and our strength on things like this? We would love to do that, but right now the money's just not there because it's not as important, because council has stepped up to the plate and they filled in those gaps. So we can do without a full-time recreation director right now, even though we don't have money for it. You know, people talk, and I want you guys to keep in mind, right now, our fees are people are in delinquent for our fees of over $150,000. That's a lot of money for a little town in Belle. However, when you're going around town and you're talking to people, or you're looking on Facebook and you're seeing all this activity, this negative talk and everything, look at those pictures, look at those names, and then come up here and look at the front door of the town of Belle. You'll see most of those are part of that $150,000 that don't pay their bills, because that's all they know is negativity. So, you know, all I'm saying is I think that this town council is one of the best town councils, and it's not because I'm on it, it's because everybody works together, okay? New blood. We would love to have new positive ideas. We would love to have it. We would love to have new volunteers. But you know, sometimes when you bring up something, and in council we brought up things that couldn't be done because we have laws to go by, we have rules and regulations to go by. Everybody has rules and regulations from somebody up above. And I'm not talking about just Dave, I'm talking about higher up than us. So sometimes we can't always do it. But you know what? Quitters never win and winners never quit. And my thought is, if you bring up something and we can't do it, hey, try again. You know, you might come up with something that, you know, is good. So what I'm saying here tonight is, I feel that each and every one of us every day do the best we can. Everybody on this committee has a full-time job with the exception of me, and I retired last May. But when I was working, I also, you know, still participated. So I think that council needs commended on what they have done, working full-time jobs, being paid very little, which, granted, none of us do it for the money, because if we did, it wouldn't even pay our light bill, okay? So we're not complaining, so why should other people complain? My thoughts are, when you see somebody that's negative, ask them, do you owe a sanitation bill? Do you owe a trash bill? Because I'll tell you what, why is it fair for whoever not to pay theirs, but we all have to pay ours? So all you're doing is feeding into that negativity. Thank you guys for your time.
I will say that I was actually on council under a previous administration for 4 years. I seen the agenda, I seen the items that was done, functions that were done in the community, and it was nowhere close to what gets done now. I can tell you they had a back-to-school bash, and they had a Halloween, carnival here, that's all I can remember. And we had a fair every 2 years.
And then they quit doing that the last 4 years.
And I can tell you, there was many a times, it was me, poor old Kay Asbury, and Buck Chestnut there volunteering. But you know, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Melanie. I can just tell you, don't let the negativity get to you. There ain't nothing that you can say that's going to change that. I very rarely do I ever make any comments because you know what, I'm 55 years old. I'm not gonna get into a grade school argument on Facebook. And my wife has actually made comments, I'm like, no, delete it, it is what it is. I can tell you this much, in a year and a half, I don't think there'll be anybody sitting here, because none of us wanna put up with this. I can tell you, I know the time that I put in, good luck. All I can say is, for residents, is good luck. Because I can tell you, I was here under a previous administration, that time wasn't put in then. So.
I mean, it's frustrating being criticized by people that don't lift a
And-
finger.
Oh, and people who don't even live in town.
Don't live in
One of
town.
my employees is on one of those pages and has never lived in town in their life. I'll say this, I told Michael and I told Mark when they first came in, I said, you know what? People aren't gonna agree with everything we say. But there ain't a single person that don't sit up here that don't love this town and don't wanna see it grow.
It's true.
So,
Well,
yeah, that's
if
why
we lose
there's
you guys, we're
them,
gonna fold.
huh?
If we lose you guys, we're gonna fold.
Well, that's why there's Democrats and Republicans. You can agree and disagree, but, there's not a single person here that don't
This is
love.
non-partisan.
I'm just saying, there's always two sides to every story, but there's not a single person up here that doesn't love this town. I've been invested in this town with a business in the past. I moved here, I'm not from here originally, but I moved into this town 22 years ago. Both my kids grew up here. My wife teaches in this town. I guarantee you, she's had a lot of your kids and grandkids in her classroom, and she's invested a lot of time and spirit and love into this town as well. Anyway, I'm just telling you, don't let it get to you. So, time will come. Time will come.
Get the candidates ready. For the
Well,
next
There's a lot of,
one.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of gripes in town about business
Well-
and stuff, you know, I have a business in town.
Yeah.
And probably 10% of our customers are from the town of Belle, which is sad.
Well, I'm one of them.
It's very sad.
It is.
Yeah, we've had it for 10 years now, we've done very well, but 10% is from this town. I'd say 35% Rand, DuPont City, Diamond, but not here.
Yeah, sad situation. And I'll give you a plug, the finances and financial statements has come along real well. So thanks to everybody for helping that situation out.
Yep. The
I'll
money's
tell you
growing.
what, I went back 10 years when I first came on as mayor and plotted the financial statements for the last 10 years prior to that. And I can show you numbers now that we've done a heck of a lot better than what it was 10 years prior to that. And we can actually say now, heading into the new budget, that we've got $1.2 million. Before, that was like $600,000 to $800,000.
Yep.
And, so I know what we've done. I thank each and every one of you for being here and doing what you did. And, so, you know, I applaud you for that. Like John says, the negativity, people don't live in Belle, don't know anything about it, but they wanna bitch and complain about everything. And, so, gets kinda aggravating, and believe me, I could probably write 3 books, you know, on a couple of those pages, but I don't. And, we're doing, I think, a great job, and, we keep going.
We'll be
Hopefully,
criticized.
we're all adding things to come in each month, and to make it even better than when we got here. And, that's the best thing about it, so. Thank you, Melanie, thank you, John. You have anything?
Yeah, I do, so-
Mel. No,
Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, if anybody wants to volunteer, or anybody has any ideas, please call us, cause we're always open. Everybody's got our phone number, the phone number's on the list, so, I mean, everyone has them.
Yep,
That's all.
thank you. All right, John.
I did receive a request from Canal Central Little League Baseball, Softball, and T-Ball, from Cedar Grove. Stephanie Smith, president of the Canal Central Little League, requesting a sponsorship. There's a team sponsorship for $350, a company banner for $175, a sponsorship banner bundle, I'm assuming that's team sponsorship and a banner for $500, and a banner renewal for $100, but I don't think we've had that like that, so, they're requesting either $175, $350, or $500.
What's the pleasure?
I don't think we
What,
should.
what we have in contributions right now left, y'all? I didn't look at the budget. We've spent $1645, got 25, got about $850.
I have a question, this question, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Do Riverside and Peapod Middle and places like that, do they go to Cedar Grove and ask for money?
This is not really totally Cedar Grove.
No, it's
This
just
is
where
Canal
they're-
Central.
Yeah,
That's
this
just
is-
where the officer
That's
is.
where the
Okay.
officers.
Just like, and they had signups 3 weeks ago, and I let them in the fire department. They
Okay,
did
that's
sign
what I said.
up. They did, they picked up Belle kids, there are Belle kids in
Okay.
Canal Central.
That's just where the president's at.
Yeah, that's where they're at. But Belle Fire Department gave them the day for signups for Canal Central.
I never.
Not soccer, but we'll be glad to do soccer too.
I say what's
And,
the-
and it's okay, cause when you wear the mayor's hat plus the fire chief, you can do that. So,
All right, Melanie, made a motion for a company banner of $175.
okay, got a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mark? Okay, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed, like sign, so ordered. Soccer's gonna be back next month.
It is time, it is time.
We got a few $100 left.
Maybe robotics too.
Yeah.
There we go.
All righty, so that's good. Anything else, John?
That's all.
Okay. Michael? Jacob? Mark?
No, just to echo what we talked about earlier about the mural, Blake, wonderful job. I think you came back today, to put the graffiti coat on it, and I wanna thank Miss Blue, as always, for stepping up to the plate and volunteering, no special privileges. Thank you for doing that, that's a big help.
I gotta really thank both of you, cause I mean, I think you all ramrodded it, pushed it along and kept it going and contacted him, got him here, got him looking at it and, threw out some ideas throughout the last, 6 months? And it's because of you all it got done. We appreciate that.
Looks good.
One day I'll have Ramona take you all to Shoney's for dinner, if it works, and Ramona will buy.
With David
There you go, Ramona. I gave the first lady an order there. But thank you all very much, appreciate it. All right, and then hopefully we can get, Mr. Wheeler on a couple others, like I said, maybe we can get him down there to everybody.
Phase 2.
Phase 2, and then we'll see what we need money-wise, and I'll be glad to take it to that Upper Canal Valley Committee and, for the next grant program, see what we can do. But I think right now, we could almost get anything we wanted right now. I'd love to say that I'm ready to put the kayak canoe launch in, but I can't get Occidental to get off of ground zero and give us the property. And we just can't do it without having the property, so, So it's a tough situation there. I gave both of you all the copy, what do you all think about that?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, you wanna just mention what that is?
Well, I don't know, I actually read it on William Bradford, and he's from Yorkshire, which is the next little county from where I come from in England. So, that was kinda cool. But, basically what it is that, we're gonna have I believe we're gonna have a tree, right?
Uh-huh.
And then also, a statue. Where will they go?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's why I gave it to you all. You all been appointed to beautification committee for Belle. So, you know.
I haven't got all the way through it, so
Oh,
I
I
can
know
help
it.
you
I
out.
read it,
Yeah.
I thought, what a great idea, but it's where will they go, you know, so we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Anything that will draw attention,
Yeah.
when people are driving through, you know, the more the merrier, I think, so.
Yeah.
Plus, he seems like he was a great guy. I
Yeah.
do believe.
So, I mean, I think they could be a good thing, you know, and then, well, I said I didn't have much tonight, now you just, you know,
Did I say so?
you hit a nerve here, I've got a couple things. Actually, the lot right down here, where we tore the house down beside of, Belle Court, you know, and the lady that lives there, and Christine that lives on 10th Street. That lot was actually, it's owned by an attorney in Charleston, Bob Johns, and he had mentioned to give that to us before. The deed's still sitting on my desk. The only reason I never did sign that deed, and I talked to Ray about it, because there's some mechanic liens on that property. And we didn't feel like at the time that we wanted to pick up all those liens. But that could be a good thing for that. I also talked to Adam, here in the last month, our Adam that works in the street department. And Adam said, well, you know, if we actually had that lot, because he said, do I need to go down there and grade that lot out or anything? And I said, no, not right now. I said, we really don't own that lot. You know, people that have been posting on all these, pages, you know, said, well, the town will do things on the lots we own. Well, we don't own all these lots. You know, we had all these houses torn down, but we don't own them. The owners still own these lots. And, people don't understand, you know, people make some stupid, idiotic comments that just don't know what you're talking about. And, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Is that lot on DuPont Avenue?
This lot's right here on DuPont Avenue.
Okay.
And then another thing Adam said was, you know, for the town fair, you know, we always look for places to put picnic tables, things like that. We could actually fix it up for that.
Yeah.
And put things there. You know, so I don't know, I may go back and look at that again and see if, maybe it's still a possibility. I know there's another lien on it right now for the, tear down of the house. But, I think maybe Kanawha County may, you know, throw that out if we'd ask them politely. So, you know, I'm one of those guys, I'll do that. And, but we'll see if we can get that off of there, and then maybe we might look at back. So, next couple months, I'll bring it back if I think it's worthwhile and move from there. So, that's good with everybody. So we'll do that and, you know, and see where we go from there. So, anybody else have anything? One last go around? Thank you all, and if you will, both of you read that, maybe you all can talk and think about it, but, be good that, you know, if we think that's a spot for it, we can, you know, try to.
Anybody else that has ideas, throw them our way.
Yep, send them to Mark and Miss Blue.
Do it.
Yep, so that works, but, all righty, approval for visitors to address council, motion by somebody?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Nicole, second by Melanie. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign? So ordered. Anybody around the room have anything to bring up tonight?
I wanna thank Melanie for what she said,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and John.
Thank you, Melanie. And your guest, you wanna introduce your guest?
So, this is our daughter, Rachel.
Welcome, Rachel. Where do you live?
I live in Winston-Salem at the moment.
Okay, all right. Good. You getting ready to move? Sound like you're
I
getting ready.
thought of it and no, I got.
Oh, okay. We'll move to Belle?
Well, no.
We got a couple extra lots, and I know some of them that own them. We could probably get, you could probably
Yes.
build a new home.
I've tried to get her here.
Yeah, we could get you a new home maybe, Bill. You know, we do have to pay
Free?
for it. No, free, I will. I'm a banker, and so is John, will be, and Jacob. One of us can probably get you a loan. Huh?
She's gonna make business in town.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Linda, I know you got something.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if I volunteer my time
Uh-huh.
and the town bought a gallon of white paint, can I paint the kitchen cabinets? They are in such bad shape.
They need sanded first.
Yeah, I can do that.
Hers looks good at her house.
Okay.
God,
The one that,
Does any problem, anybody?
I don't have a problem with it.
You don't even have to buy the paint, we'll buy the paint.
okay, I want to show you,
You're gonna volunteer your time?
okay,
Oh, yeah.
where the ice maker came out, those are the cabinets.
wow, guys, look good.
Not bad.
No, you do.
I wanna see.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, just, you just tell Adam what you need in paint, and tell him, you know, we said, hey, it's
Oh,
fine,
yeah.
and get it, and go from there.
Okay, yeah.
So, well, that works. Yeah,
Thank you.
all right, sounds good.
No, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Clean, they're so warm.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. How about anything else? Anybody? Yes, Elaine, you have something?
What color are we doing the sides of the mural?
We're talking about, we were talking probably something like a light blue, that was on there
Something
before.
that's in the.
And that's kind of what, Mr. Wheeler had even, when we talked before, just something that blended in with that picture and everything.
I think even a gray might work, like a light gray.
Gray?
I've been over there studying it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Blue, gray, something.
Well, everybody think about it, send me a message in a week and
Well, I
we'll
think
do.
that guy would probably know if you asked.
Well, that's what he
him
said, the
about
blue,
gray.
I mean, he thought maybe the blue would even look good.
Oh,
But
I
now,
know it needs to
you know,
blend.
and then the thing is, if we paint it blue or gray, we may cover it up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
true.
So I'll get with him and we'll see what we can do on that, you know, to add maybe, like I said, the grade school, the bank, the funeral home, and the fire department, yeah. So I might see about adding 4 more things to it and go from there.
Okay, and as far as next week being spring break,
Uh-huh.
I'll be here, I'll be in town, but what's the plan for gym being open or not?
Had we planned on closing, Melanie or Nicole?
Hang on.
I didn't realize it was spring break. I have friends, all my friends are in Putnam County, so they're not for no more week.
Spring break's when?
It's
It
coming
starts
week.
next week, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
It's
yes.
next week.
So that's like the 23rd week, 23rd,
Yeah.
24th?
Uh-huh.
Don't have anything in the schedule or anything, I mean, nobody
Yeah,
has anything.
24th through
We
the
just wanna go
28th.
ahead and let her open? See if the kids come out?
Do you remember what you had last year? I mean, the spring break, did you have any, because that's normally when people take vacation and stuff, but,
I wanna say you closed it last year,
yeah, we did close it last year, but we,
so I don't know.
you had like a couple of days there before that, I think you said that they kind of blew off, that there wasn't.
Would you
really-
like to
That
have a
was
week?
towards
I
the
would
end
say
of the school
weather-wise,
year.
it looks like it'd be good to open, cause it's only gonna be 56 degrees, 34 is below. So we can try a couple days and see if
You
have any.
mind working your schedule, you've been working?
Oh, no, I don't care to work at all, I just wanted to be sure
Yeah.
that was the
I just
plan.
think weather-wise.
Yeah,
I mean,
weather-wise, if the weather's.
If you do a couple
good,
days and
yeah.
nobody comes out, then
That's
shoot
true.
us a message and say, I've not had anybody.
You can always just tell us, hey, you're gonna go ahead and take the rest of the week off,
Okay.
yeah, if you
All right,
see
that'll
that.
be fine. And I also want to commend Melanie, you know, for what she said, because, I mean, let's face it, we all see the negativity on the Facebook. And, I know nothing. I'm a glorified babysitter, you know, and I come and, you know, watch these kids. But they think because I'm involved with town hall, I'm supposed to know something, you know, but I know nothing. But then you see all that negativity over, you know, what's going on with this, what's going on with that. And you think, oh, it's gonna be a full house tonight, cause they're gonna find out what's going on, you know, with the police and all that. Where are they?
I made a comment
It's
several
just
of them
the-
that we won't have a full house.
No, it's just they just
Because a lot of
enjoy the
people see it,
negative.
they see the negativity,
You know.
and then they'll call.
It's not so
I mean,
much
I've
a
had plenty of
concern to
calls.
the town, I don't think, as it is a way to outlet. Another question I had, but only because I've been asked, as far as patrolling the streets at night,
Mm-hmm.
you know, is it the police officer's job to patrol, you
Yep.
know, at night?
And they do.
Okay.
We've got every night shift covered, right, John? There is not a night that we don't have a police officer. Now, am I gonna blast that on Facebook? No. And I'm not gonna tell you that when the people says, well, I need to know the hours. I'm not blasting the hours. And, you know, most of the council knows when we're patrolling and everything, when we've got officers out, and we've got somebody out every night. And then, when you look and you say, well, somebody got a car broken into last night and things like that, ask John, ask Hot, you know, did you get a call about that? Did David Fletcher call you last night about a car being broken into? No, didn't even get a call. They don't
Well,
call.
I mean, I know firsthand that they're monitored on the weekend, because I have a camera in my alley, and I see the cop
Yeah.
car going up and down the alley all night long.
Yeah.
Along with the 3 and 4 o'clock female walkers
Oh,
that
yeah,
are out,
yeah.
that don't need to be.
Well, before, you know, when Hawk used to get off, even before John came back, we had people tell us that up here at the bridge, there were bicycles sitting up there waiting for him to go home. And then after that, they pilfer through town. We've got our own citizens that pilfer through town, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And, so we got people living here in this community that pilfers through town, you know, and then you know, you try to do the best you can, you change hours, and pretty much the police have come under me, and, you know, we've changed hours and everything, and I don't want John to blast what we're running, you know. But, you know, and then people that also the negativity is, you know, people say, well, I called the police phone. Well, you know what? People need to understand you don't call the police phone, especially if it's a 911 call and you need a police officer back. You dial, the number is 911, right? Everybody knows that,
And
right?
they'll send the closest.
I mean, you know,
person.
we got a Winston-Salem person that knows that, you know, don't even live in Belle. But that's the thing about it, we can't get people to even dial 911. You know, and that's the sad thing about it, you know, because that's what people need to do. If they call the cell phone and nobody answers, if they did call, if they really need a police officer, then call 911.
Yeah, we may be out on a traffic stop, anything.
Yeah, they might not even answer the phone, even if they are working. And you know, there's calls on that phone every day that I know we don't reply to because they said, well, I've got a suspicious person here. Well, it might be the next day, we're not gonna call you back the next day, you know, and that's just the way it goes. If there's something like that going on, dial 911. Yeah, that would work.
I did have a phone call today and wanted to know about the officers, and I told them I didn't know, but I would ask. The officers up on the 4-lane writing tickets and not really patrolling their streets, and
John, where did I tell you to sit?
In town.
In town?
In town. However, what we do, for the most part, we pretty much stay in town. We'll rotate through the town, we'll make a pass up on 60, 10 or 15 minutes, come back down into town. So, you know, that is part of the town, and we have to patrol. We do have a construction zone up there now, so, but for the most part, we're in town. And if people don't see me at night, they're blind, because I drive around with my lights on and, so, and as far as the call, and as far as calls, you know, being used to vehicles, things of that nature, we're not getting those calls. If those are happening, nobody's reporting it to us. So.
But they'll put it out on Facebook.
Yes, that's what I said. So people that are putting out on Facebook, oh, we had 10 B&Es last night on a vehicle. We were never called about them. So if they're not calling us about them, they're obviously not that concerned.
And the thing is about the construction zone, a lot of that construction zone is within the town of Belle.
Yes.
And tonight I had a court case. Guy was doing 101 miles an hour through a 45 mile an hour zone. Needless to say, he got a fine. We collected some money tonight.
They think that just because nobody's up there working, that they can.
Yeah, you can't speed through a construction zone, working or not working. These guys are thankful that our guys have been out there in the days and evenings, just because of the fact that some nights they do work late. And they said, man, there's been people coming down through there that they thought they were gonna hit them in the middle there, working. And, so
Knock the
it's good
cones
deal.
down, I'm continuously setting cones up, because people flying through there and cones going out.
Yep, yep. So, we definitely are, and, but again, I'm not gonna tell you any hours or anything, and, to any individual in town primarily, just because of the fact that you got some people, they wanna know when they are coming to work and when they're leaving, because they're gonna send somebody else a note that says that you can come in here at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's
Or you
also
can
a
come in here at
safety
6
factor,
o'clock.
that's also a safety factor for us.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
so,
And thank you for being at the council meeting.
well,
Yes.
I think that's my job,
I've been council for almost 2 years, and you're the first one, buddy.
thank you.
he's been there before.
Yeah.
First one I've seen at a meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we used to bring everybody in, and then, sometimes they'd ask me, and I'd just say, don't worry about coming in there tonight. Cause you can pretty much gauge a lot of times if you know that there's stuff going on, that, something's gonna happen or something might not happen. I've told some people a couple times, if you disrupt the council meeting, it's a disruption of a government agency, and you can actually take them out, write them a ticket and everything else.
Yeah, but I come not just for that, but I mean, I like to know what's going on in the town and the people, I mean, that's.
But that's why I like it, cause
Right.
somebody gets too rowdy, I'm just gonna tell you, take them out, write them a ticket, and I'll see them in court.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's for Linda.
so that's the best thing. Anybody else have anything? Anything else? No? All right. Okay.
Well, I just think most cars that's broken into, the doors are not locked either.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
A lot of them will say that.
That is
You
true.
know, the best advice we can give everybody is turn your porch lights on every night and make sure your cars are locked. You know?
I can tell you, like, in our street, nobody puts their lights on.
Oh.
You can see my front porch from space, but I can't.
Our lights are on every night,
There are a few that's quite blinding.
Mine's
Yeah.
from the morning.
yeah.
I got a street light around the house, so I don't need a porch light.
Take a BB gun and just shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All righty. If that's it, we are going to, dismiss everyone in the, session tonight, and we're gonna go into an executive session. Again, personnel issue that needs to be discussed, so, thank you all for coming. If you wanna stay, you're certainly welcome to stay, not here, but in City Hall. It's probably gonna be, I'm gonna guess right now, up to 45 minutes, before we come back out of executive session. Hey, we're coming out of executive session. Nothing, was voted on or anything, just discussion only, personnel matters. And, so at this time, want to bring up one thing. I am going to, put in a paper for, test for a police officer, and we'll do that on May the 10th. The second thing is I need a vote by the council to have Chief Glenn remain on paid administrative leave, and to conduct an investigation into any alleged wrongdoing. Somebody needs to put that in form of a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Make a motion, Melanie, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mark. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign, so ordered. Motion to adjourn?
Motion to
So
adjourn.
moved, second. All right, all in favor, signify by saying aye, and I saw Nicole make a motion.
I'll second.
Jacob second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you all very much.